Hey y'all. Alright, I got a little different setup. I'm trying to see if this will work. Not real sure, but I'm sitting. I haven't really crafted sitting. I do painting and stuff sitting, but we'll see how this goes. Actually, my back is smoking, so I'm just trying to... Hey friend, how are you? Cousin. Girl, I'm sitting tonight. I can't be standing. I'm getting old is for the birds, y'all. I'm just telling you. Anyway, enough griping for tonight. My name is Shonda. How's everyone doing tonight? So, tonight our little craft is going to be using, this is the Dollar Tree, it's called the Wood 3 Slat Sign, but it's the new $3, you know. The Dollar Tree done got bougie and they, you know, they went up a couple dollars on some stuff, but I'm okay with it. Like, I'm fine paying $3 for this. You know, I'm fine with that. Not a big deal. I can craft with it. So, that's what we're going to be using tonight. And I am going to also be using our Joyful Easter Blessings transfer, y'all. Isn't that pretty? It's shaped like an Easter egg. So I'm going to take it apart, kind of. So here we go. I'm going to be using some Waverly White chalk paint. And this is chalk, yeah. Did I say chalk? I think I said chalk. Y'all, I'm tired. And I'm going to be using, y'all see all these? Hold on. I'm not real sure, okay? I got all these colors, all right? So, and I got these two colors. I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm going to do. And I've got these little carrots, y'all, that I'm thinking about using, you know, as some little decoration on here. And I am going to be replacing this, I believe, with a beaded holder. So, and I get to use my new handy dandy beaded thing tonight, y'all. This thing works like a charm. All right, so here we go. Let's get started, y'all. Hope everyone had a great day. I'm just gonna sand this just a little, just a snip. Y'all, it was so beautiful here again today. It was really windy. I mean, like really windy, but it was really, really pretty. So, okay, y'all, I feel like these aren't gonna come out, so I'm just gonna cut these off, and I'll take them off later, the little staples. That's what we'll do later. Not right now. Not right now. Right now, we're gonna get to painting. So anyway, how was y'all's day? When y'all hop on, if you don't mind hitting the heart button, let me know you're here. I do appreciate it. So y'all, I think I'm just gonna try to do one coat of the chalk paint. I think. I'm hoping just one coat works. I like to do one coat of everything. So y'all, I was sanding outside today, doing a lot of sanding. Just working on some projects. And it was beautiful, but I'm telling you, that wind, it was like knocking things over. It's crazy today. But it was beautiful. I wore shorts most of the day, which to me, that's a win-win. So we're just going to get this on. Now, normally, you know, y'all, I don't normally use stark white. I'm not really a stark white girl. I usually end up distressing it with something. But tonight, I'm going to leave it stark white. We're going to see. If I don't like it, I'll add some wax and make it not white. That's just how I do it. So, all right, y'all, let me get in here in these little cracks. So yeah, I went to the Dollar Tree and got this little wood. They had some really cute, you know, now that they have the $5 and the $3 stuff, they have some really cute surfaces. They had some metal too, y'all. They have some galvanized metal stuff that I love. Really cool to be able to, I'm going to be doing some stuff with it, you know, making it look rusted. I think that'll be really, really cute. I like that look too. I don't know what it is. There's just something about the stark white that it's not my favorite. I don't know why. The only thing that's really stark white in my house are my kitchen cabinets. I did go with white. And my trim. My trim is white, you know, in my house. But my old house, I actually painted my trim almond color because I'm not a huge stark white lover. I don't know why. I mean, I love white. You know, I love the color, like, well, it's not really color, but I love it. Like clothes, you know, I love white clothes. I just not, decoration-wise, I find myself not going towards it, so. Anyway. Do y'all prefer white or, you know, like the off-white? I think on stuff like this where I'm using so many colors, it's going to be fine. Because I'm going to be using quite a few colors. Quite a few. I think it's going to be really, really pretty. Super cute. So y'all, the, you know, I did the tier tray things last night with the bunnies. And we put grass on them. Well, I took them upstairs because I'm using them in my decor upstairs. And had to take the grass off, y'all. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. So I ended up, I'm going to paint this side because I don't know if you'll see it or not on the wall. But anyway, I ended up taking the grass off and putting some jute around one of them. And then the other one I used, it was actually Dollar Tree lace. It's like a lace ribbon, a cream color. I used it around the bottom. So I'll be posting pictures. I try to, at the end of the week, make like a short video with all of my projects. So just be looking out for that and you'll see how it turned out. I like the grass, but y'all, that grass, I know, no grass. Whew, that grass. My mama even told me last night, throw the grass away, Shonda, before it makes you have a nervous breakdown. She's right. That stuff gets everywhere. I think it's pretty, y'all. I like it. You know, I love plants. I love flowers. But it just gets everywhere. I don't know. I'd rather use Spanish moss, but it's brown, so it doesn't give that grassy look. You're darned if you do and you're darned if you don't. Y'all, I need some fake turf to use on my projects. I think that'd be funny. All right, so what you use on your fake turf, you know. It'll be funny, funny, funny. All right, I think we're good. Let me give this a quick dry and see what we got. I think we need some more here. And you know, chalk paint, y'all, you gotta dry it. Definitely gotta dry it before putting on a second coat. Definitely. So let's dry it. See what we got. Might have to put one more coat on it. I don't know. Thank y'all so much for sprinkling. For those of you not in the craft world, I've had a couple of people ask me, what in the world is sprinkling? In the craft world, that is sharing the love, hitting that share button. It's just when I love to say it a lot on the FB. So we just try to say sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. But thank y'all, it helps my page. It helps get more views, and I do appreciate that. feel pretty dry now. I think we're good. I don't think I'm going to put another coat. I think I'm good. But I am going to give it a little sand to kind of distress it a little. Not a whole lot, but just a little. Hold on, y'all. Let me put that in my water. Okay. So I'm just going to take my, this is also from the Dollar Tree, y'all. And I'm just going to give it just a little sand around the edges. You know, that kind of gives it that distressed look. I like that. And it also evens out your surfaces so that when you put your transfer on, it adheres good and it doesn't, you know, have holes so that the paste will go through. Okay, I think we're good. Again, I'm just giving it a little bit of distressing on the edges. Nothing big. Okay, so that's what we got. Can you kind of see on the edge? Nothing major, nothing major. Alrighty, alrighty. So, like I said, I'm going to be using a lot of colors tonight, y'all. Well, that's my idea. Who knows if that'll really happen or not. I start doing things and y'all, I just, you know, I just go with it. Just go with it. Okay. So, I do know that I want to use the Storm, which is my gray, for my letters, for my words. So you guys, this is again, the Joyful Easter Blessings transfer. I have put a link in the description for all the supplies, except for the Dollar Tree, you know, the plank sign and the beads. So these are Dollar Tree, and then the pastes. I've also added some paste in the cart of colors. They're just singles of colors that I think would be awesome. So if you use that cart link, you can go in and change whatever you like if you want to do different colors. But instead of doing the big jars of it, I've actually just put the singles so that you can try it out. And you may want to, if you don't already have one, get a squeegee. The mini squeegees you can now get separate. So anyway, if you would like any more information, instead of hitting the link, just type in blessings, y'all, and I will send you the information. And I'll send you a complete list of supplies I used tonight, including the Dollar Tree ones. Now, all I'm doing is fuzzing it a little. Y'all know we got to put a little fuzz so that it doesn't stick. And I'm just going to keep this up here because I'm going to keep using this. So, each little plank I'm going to use, I'm going to do a word, okay? So, y'all, here we go. Try to get it as straight as I can. You know me. You know me. And you know what? Ugh. Okay, y'all, I almost messed up right there. Hold on. We got to wax the surface. That would have been real bad. Real bad. Let's wax this bad boy up. Oh, got something in my eyeball. No, it's not an eyeball. I used to say, Mom, I have something in my eye. And she was like, no, that was my daddy. Mama didn't say that. I was the daddy, I got something in my eye. And he was like, oh no, Sean, it's your eyeball. Jokester. All right, y'all. So I'm just using our surface wax. Also found in my shop. Or you can also use Minwax. I also have the Kills I got at Walmart. It's kind of in the same kind of jar. I love it too. So, but this is what I love about ours. No smell. The Kills doesn't have hardly smell either, but this one definitely no odor at all. So you just want to wax it on and then wax it off. Oh, I love this little handy dandy wax applicator. Okay. I just dropped all that. I'm probably gonna need some of it. We shall see. Hold on. I think I got enough in here. I'm telling y'all, because I did this whole thing right here, sitting at a table or sitting down, it's caused some issues. So hold on one second. I'll be right back. Hold on. I gotta have this one thing, y'all. Sorry if you see my booty. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Whew. I needed my little tool. And maybe another squeegee. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, y'all. Sorry about that. Alright. So, let's do joyful. And okay, I think we're good there. So, again, all I'm going to do is the word. And then I'm going to add all these embellishments kind of around it. Goodness gracious, something is in my eye. I think where I sanded, something got up in it. I mean, I can't see. Alright. Let's stir my paste. Now, if this, my paste, this one looks still pretty good. I had one this morning I was working with. I had to add some distilled water to. If your chalk paste gets a little bit dry, that's all you got to do is add just a little bit of distilled water. Do not add regular water or it will turn funky on you. It'll get real nasty, and we do not want nasty. Alright, y'all, just anywhere you see the white on the transfer, that's where the silk screen is. That's what's gonna go on my surface. Yeah, I love doing the Easter stuff. I think it's so pretty. I know probably everybody's getting sick of Easter stuff, you know, during craft shows or craft videos, but y'all, it's not even close yet. And I know I've done some spring ones too, so okay, take off the excess, put it back in my jar. Alright, and let's peel that one. Super cute. Isn't that pretty? This will be pretty too, to use at Christmas time. Of course, you wouldn't use the Easter, but you could use like joyful and blessings, and then use some Christmas like trees or stars or something in the middle, snowflakes, something like that. Wouldn't that be pretty? Alright, I'm going to dry this because my transfer will kind of stick on it a little bit since I'm using it, you know, on each thing. Yeah, I think this time change is getting to everybody. It's messing a lot of people up, but my husband hates it. I love it. I love longer nights, but he gets up at 3:45 to go to work. That makes for a really long day when it's still light outside. I mean, it just got dark at 8 o'clock, so he's like, I'm so sleepy. Okay. So there is that. And y'all, that's our dryer. It doesn't get very hot. So, okay. So, next we're going to do the Easter. Let's see. Let's put it down some. Okay. Alright. Y'all, I was using Jim's tools again today. He came home and I had a saw in my hand. He was like, what are you doing? I'm like, why do you always worry about what I'm doing with some tools? I mean, I know how to use some tools now. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. There's that one. Not pretty. Y'all, I love it. Love it, I love it, I love it. Got this one. Hey, when y'all hop on, if you're watching this in a replay, do you mind putting a replay? Just so I know. Just so I can see you and answer you. Y'all kind of like the sitting down. I went today. I don't know if you can see my chair, but it's got black leather on it too. I went to the Goodwill today, and they had the blue again, 50% off. You know, the blue color. You know how they do the color thing. This was one of them. So it was marked $24.99, but I got it half off. So I was super happy with that. All right, let's see, let's see. Goodness, this last one, y'all. Nope, it's over too far. Y'all know, this is really the thing that drives me crazy. Getting it straight. Okay, let's see. Oh, that ain't even close to being straight. Goodness. Okay, let's see. Oh, y'all. See that, here's the problem. The G and the B are so long on these that it wants to go off of the board. Okay, I think we're good there. All right. Let's do our last letters or words. Y'all, this is so easy. And you see what a beautiful, project you get. I love the font of a lot of the words. I cannot write this way, especially on, you know, on wood and stuff like that, on bigger projects. And my writing isn't horrible, but I just can't, I can't write that good on projects. All right, I'm gonna lift this slowly so I can make sure. Yeah, see, I thought that little part right there did not do. And that's a good thing. If you do it slowly, lift it slowly, you can fix whatever it didn't get. So, let's see. There's another part. Because I'm trying not to get over on these little dots. Okay, perfect. Alrighty, there we go. So there is our joyful Easter blessings. Isn't that pretty? Okay, let me dry this. And then I am going to put all my other little things on here. I'm not gonna put them all. I'm just gonna put some of them. I may put a little bit of wax on these just because, again, the wax kind of protects the surface. And because I'm going to be using the transfer everywhere. Hey, Jana. I'm doing another Easter project. And I'm sitting down. Trying something new, you know. And I have been sanding stuff all day, and my back is smoking. So that's what we got so far. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so here's the transfer we're using. And you see all the little embellishments. So that's what I'm going to be using. So, you know what? Let me put a little bit of wax on my surface. Well, never mind. I threw it over there. Y'all, I'm telling you. I think we're going to be all right. I'll just be easy. Okay, so I'm going to put my little chick right here. And I'm going to use, I'm using, this one is daffodil. And I'm going to use it for the little bird, for my little chick. And then I'm going to use the berry for my egg. I'm trying to stay, you know, springy, y'all. Spring is springy. All right, so let's use a little bit of yellow right here. I think this yellow is so pretty. And y'all know it doesn't take much paste at all. Jana, did y'all have good weather up there today? I'm just amazed at our weather right now. Our weather has been so gorgeous. Okay, let me make sure that got that. I'm just going to peel it back a little bit. Yeah, and then I'm just going to let it lay down just very gently. Yeah, I had to use this. Okay, so let me off this one. I've got some more, but you know, I dropped them over there on the floor. It has been beautiful, and now it's raining some. So that's kind of how it was. It rained here last night, overnight. A storm came in, and then maybe that's what y'all are getting. But then it turned off beautiful today, so it's been gorgeous. Really windy, but gorgeous. I mean, very windy. So when you're doing these, you just kind of gotta, you know, take your time on these little pieces. I probably shouldn't use my little tool on this one. Sorry, y'all, I'm concentrating. Okay. I think we got it. I think we got it. I think we do. I think we do. I'm going to use that again, so let me do it this way so I can see if I missed any. Nope, we're good. Look how cute, y'all. Isn't that cute? I love it. Okay, so let me dry this. Now, this is one of the things about the way I'm doing it. You kind of got to dry each little piece because you don't want your transfer to smear it or anything like that. But I think this is so cute. Okay. Now, I think I'm going to use, I love all these. Okay, so if you can see, like this one, okay, hold on, I'm mirrored, I always forget. This one's a chick, this one up here is a chick. I think the chicks are so cute, but they're kind of, those are a little bit whimsical. I don't love whimsical always. I mean, it's pretty, but okay, so I think I'm going to use an Easter egg on this side. Oh, hold on. Let's put it up just a little. So the Easter egg on this side. And I'm going to use the Couture Teal. Thank you. I think it's pretty. I love these colors. This Couture Teal is so beautiful. I mean, that's kind of everything. Chalk Couture, that is their staple color. Everything you notice is the teal. That is definitely the color of preference. Now on this little egg, you could have also gotten funky with it and did different colors on it. But I feel like I have enough going on that I don't need to get funky with it too. Bring this off because I'm going to use it again. Okay. So there is that. So pretty. Alright, let me dry it a little bit. And you see the little dryer. Also, Club Couture. And y'all, I'm an independent designer of Club Couture, so that's why I was saying that. Alright, let's see. Now, I am going to be using some of these little carrots. So let me see. I kind of wanted to, let me set some on here to make sure what I'm going to be doing. I think I'm going to do 2 on this side and 1 on that side. So, with that said, I think I'm going to put one of the flowers over here. This, which one? Let's see. I think I'll use this little one. Yeah, I think I'll just use this little flower right here. Or maybe I should use the big one on this side and then the little one over here. I think that's what I'll do. I'll use the little one. I'll use the big one over here. Up here. And I am going to use, what color? I think I'll use this. This is the Couture Coral. So I'm going to use, I have my little sample paste of this. And I'm just going to use it. I think I'm going to use it on both of those flowers. I think that'll be cute. So let's do that. And I think that'll be pretty. It's a really pretty coral color, but these kind of just scream Easter to me. I don't know. I just like these colors. I think they go great together for Easter. Hey Linda, you did make it. We're doing the Joyful Easter Blessings. I can't remember if you got that one or not, but I'm just using a palette board from the Dollar Tree. It's the $3. You know, now they've got the little $3 section and the $5. So that's what I'm doing. And I cut the hanger off of it because I'm going to do a beaded hanger. I think the beaded hanger will look better. Okay, and then I'm going to just do the little one on this side since I'm going to have the 2 carrots. So you see with the transfers, you can literally use pieces and parts. You can use other transfers with this one. You could do all kinds of stuff with the transfers. And they are sticky, they are reusable, so that's what I love about it. Oh, I bet those are super cute, Linda. Are you doing some with hats? I think that would be really cool is to have, you know, like the little hats you can find as an embellishment on it. How cute. I mean, I know that's cliche, but I think that's also, I mean, that screams Derby, you know, the hats. Everybody thinks about the hats. Okay, so I think that's all we're going to use the transfer. Now let's get our carrots on. Put all these up so they did not dry out on me. Okay, so let's do the carrots. I think we're good. Yep. So, oh, that carrot looks dirty. We don't want a dirty carrot. Let's see. Not yet. All jockey silks. Oh, okay, cool. That's so awesome. Okay, so and y'all, I'm just using a little bit of hot glue. Glue this on. Now these are the smaller carrots from the Dollar Tree. They also have some big ones. And they also, I found, not today, the other day, they had some, the carrots are like this, you know, it's like the jute, the orange jute, but they are, you know. Y'all, this brain is done tonight. You know, continuing. Sometimes I wonder how I even survive in this world, I swear. How cute. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to make a hanger for the back. I probably should have done that before I put my thing on, but I always do things backwards. So let's see how raw we want it. I think that's good. And for right now, I'm just going to glue this on. Well, not yet. I'm going to go ahead and, you know, put my things on it first. But I will just glue it on, and then later on I'll staple it. So, y'all, my handy dandy beater. So excited I got these. So I think I'm going to use, white. I think white will look good. Just keep everything kind of white. I think it'll be pretty. Okay, so here's what you do. So cool. You take this, and you see how it's like, and you put on your beads all the way up. This is so cool, y'all. I was like, is this really working? Should I do white and then a natural and then a white and a natural, or just all white? What y'all think? White natural or just white? Where did you get that? Amazon. Amazon, and you just type in garland. Both. Okay, I thought so too, Jana. Okay, garland. That's the word I was looking for earlier, y'all. Just type in beaded tassel. What did I type in to find? I'll send you the link. Of course, you know, everything comes from Amazon. You know, everything. Everything, everything, everything. What would we do without Amazon? Lord. I don't know, because that is my, you know, my business. I do have an Amazon store, and that's kind of what I do for a living. All right, let me see how many it's going to take. But y'all, this is so cool how this does this. So you just put them on like this. I would die. I know, Linda, I know. Somebody would anyway, right? Okay, so what you do is you get it to where you still got that little, you see the little, kind of like a hole, like a knitting needle almost, okay? Now watch this not work for me because it did earlier, but watch it not this time. You thread your jute through there, okay? And then you hold this, okay? Hold on. And then you just push this off on here, okay? Hold on to it. And you see, okay, hold on. You just keep pushing it. It's kind of like pulling it through. And you've threaded. How cool is that, right? Okay. We're going to need some more though. This also said it was good for doing restringing your, like on your hoodie or something like that, or you know, your drawstring. It said this was really good for that, so I can imagine it's pretty cool. All right, let me see how many more I need. Probably 8, but this thing is so neat. I will have beads everywhere. This is so easy. So easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see if that will work. And here we go. I get backwards, y'all. Hey, Mom. Okay, here we go. I gotta turn it. I'm a righty. And then you just, again, pull it through. Y'all, this right here is a time saver. There it is, there it is. Got them done. Okay, let's see if this is big enough. I think it should be. Yeah, that's perfect. All right, y'all, so I am going to just glue down. And then again, like I said, I'll go back through, oh, I just burnt the snot out of my finger. I will go back and, I burnt myself, sorry. Staple it later. Because, you know, the stapler's up in Jim's garage. Lord, I'll have to deal with him on the garage. Telling y'all, he gets crazy about that stuff. He's like, do you know how to use that? I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Have you tried the paint and beads in a Ziploc bag yet? Yeah, so I have not done the Ziploc bag. That would probably have been easier, but I did have a small little pint jar. And actually, no, I'm sorry. I used this. The Easter egg things. I found a ton of these at a thrift store the other day. And I put them in that. And put my hand over it and shook it. So probably Ziploc bag would have been easier. And I've also done the method of putting them on a skewer and painting them, but that takes like forever. But what I did was, I bought some that are painted. That's what I did. I know, it's crazy, but I did. I bought some painted. I bought pink and white and yellow. I mean, you name it, I've got it. Every color in the rainbow, I got them. So, all right, y'all, let me hold this up. I'm not going to really put a lot of pressure on it right now because I want it to dry, but here it is. How cute is that? Hold on, let me get it on the spot. How pretty is that, y'all? There's your answer to that. Buy the painted ones. Yes, ma'am. I'm just telling you. I bought a bunch, you know, off Amazon. But that's it, y'all. So just a little Dollar Tree palette and the Joyful Easter Blessings. Give me some hearts, y'all, if y'all love it. I appreciate it so much. Thank y'all so much for watching. And I will be back on here tomorrow, same time-ish. You know, I told y'all, time change is throwing me. I mean, I was still working, you know, until 7 o'clock. So, doing this stuff. But anyway, link is in the description for the transfer. Thank y'all again for watching. Hold on. Oh, I told you I'm in my chair. Telling you. Look, if y'all watch me, y'all gonna see real. Just so you know, you're gonna see real craziness. Bye, y'all. Thanks.